What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button. I'm going to be posting a video and uploading it here. I put it on IGTV earlier today and I got a good response out of it, so I just figured that I would share it with the YouTube community as well. Hopefully motivate some of y'all who are new to the game, who are new to barbering, or going to barber school, or just got out of barber school. But I hope this kind of motivates you to just to keep pushing and keep trucking along. But I won't waste too much of your time. Let's get to the video.
Look, I just flipped the switch.
But the biggest reason why I'm making this video is to help motivate people to keep pushing, keep trucking along, and hopefully be successful in their barber career. Now, one question I get a lot in my DMs and from a lot of different people is, how did you build your clientele? How did you get your clientele to where it's at today? And I want to say that, I love giving out advice and I love trying to help people, but one of the things that deters me the most from trying to pass out, whatever information I have in my time as a barber is the fact that a lot of people don't want to hear what I have to say, or, it's not the answer that they wanted to hear. So the biggest struggle for me is trying to feed closed mouths, and that's something I don't really, like to do. But I feel like, maybe on this platform, you may hear what I have to say, or you may not hear what I have to say. But the luxury and the convenience of this is that, I can get what I have to say out there, and hopefully people who are hungry for information, who are hungry to, get clients, will hear me out. But the theory behind how I got clients is just, you got to crawl before you can walk. A lot of people come out of barber school and they want to go and start doing like $30, $35 haircuts right off the jump. And that's all fine and dandy. You're about your money. That's cool. But how are you going to be charging $30, $35 a cut if you have no clients? Now, the biggest thing you want to do to build your clientele is to be available. You need to be at the shop. You need to be at the shop trying to get walk-ins, trying to, promote yourself on social media, passing out business cards, hitting people up, family, cousins, whatever. Be at the shop cutting hair. That is A1. That's where you got to do. That's where you got to be at. And, at one point in your career, you will get to the point where you could take less time off. You can make time to be, with family and all that stuff. But at the very beginning, you got to grind. You got to push. You got to hustle, and you got to sacrifice, time with your family. You got to sacrifice time with your kids. You need to sacrifice time with your wife or your girlfriend, your significant other, whatever it may be. There's going to be a time sacrifice in order for you to build that clientele. Clients want a barber that is available. So if you're getting out the shop early, if you're getting to the shop late, if you're taking long lunch breaks, if you got, if you're out of the shop and you're not available to cut hair, that is not somebody that a client will want to go to. So for me, when I first started barbering, I was in the shop 6 days a week. 6 days a week from open to close, and even later. I was taking any client I possibly could in. When I first started working at the shop I was at, it was just me and my boss, and he was chopping up. He had his client list. I didn't. I'm sitting there all day, just trying to get whatever walk-in I could. We passed out business cards and parking lots. We posted, flyers here and there. And, I was constantly promoting myself on Instagram, Facebook, constantly pushing my, my haircuts into like these buy, sell, trade sites on Facebook, promoting myself on Instagram, using the tools on Instagram. Like you can actually buy ad space on Instagram and push out an ad that will reach a large area around you. So like, I think it's like a 50-mile radius that you can reach around the shop you're at or wherever you're cutting from. And you can pay like $20 to reach a certain amount of people. And Instagram will push that post that you had to like a bunch of random people that don't follow you, but they could link those people to your Instagram page. They can link those people to your booking app or what have you. But the main gist is that you gotta be able to do like discounted haircut prices. You gotta be able to be like giving out specials. So when I first started, we were doing Wednesday men's haircut special. You could do a haircut and beard, or haircut in small design, haircut in a hard part, something like to that extent. For men, it was like $15. On Thursdays, we were doing $10 senior haircuts. On Monday and Tuesday, we were doing $10 kids haircuts. Now, I know none of this sounds desirable. I'm pretty sure if you've been in the game for a hot minute, you know, you're like, wow, I can't even imagine doing that type of work right now for that little of payment. But at the very beginning, you gotta hustle. Like, you gotta find ways to draw people to come to see you. Now, you know, a lot of those people that came for those specials back in the day, they're not my clients anymore. They moved on to, you know, somewhere else where there's discounted prices. But the biggest thing is, at the time that we were cutting those clients, we were cutting those senior specials, those kids specials, those men cut specials, you know, our name was being passed around. The shop name was being passed around. The quality of work that our shop did was being passed around. So that word of mouth was being, there's like a snowball effect, and it was just rolling and rolling and rolling. And, you know, so those people who came for those specials, you know, let people know, like, hey, you know, we go over to this shop and these guys do great work. And, you know, and so with that, you have advertisement, you have free advertisement in that way. And you're building a name, so that way, you know, you can get to the point where you are, you know, raising your prices once you get that clientele list and you have that ability to do so. Everything in life is supply and demand. So if you have a little demand, you can't be charging a high price, because the work and the pricing doesn't match it. You know, there's no demand for your name, so you can't expect to try and charge these higher prices in order to get people in. So you want to create a demand before you raise prices, and that's a hard thing to do, you know, especially in this industry where you see so many celebrity barbers, so many people, you know, hiking up their prices. I think that the highest haircut price in the city I live in is like $55 for a haircut. Now I charge $30 for a haircut, $35 for cut and beard. So, you know, there's a huge gap in the lowest price and the highest price in the city I live in. So you want to find, you know, what works for you, you know, at the beginning. Like, this is just stuff that worked for me. This is stuff that made me successful. And a lot of times people don't want to hear about the sacrifice. They don't want to hear about the time you missed. They don't want to hear about, you know, this dinner you missed, or that party you missed, or, you know, this get together. They don't want to hear about, you know, I've sacrificed a lot of time. I've missed, you know, sporting events for my kids. You know, I've missed birthday parties that, you know, I've been invited to, or dinners, you know, family dinners, friend dinners. And that's all in the respect that I knew what I was trying to build. I knew where I was trying to get. And I knew what it took to get to that point. And finally, you know, I'm not even going to say that I'm to that point in life yet. I still have, you know, gaps in my schedule. But for the most part, I am booked. For the most part, I have my schedule to a point where I want. I am comfortable in the area where I can take, you know, a super long lunch break. I could take days off. I could take, you know, leave early on a Saturday. You know, I can take a weekend off. And, you know, I have that luxury of having that choice, and that's because I laid the groundwork. I laid the foundation. You know, too many people are trying to build a house on just, you know, mud. You know, you need to lay that foundation down. You need to lay that cement down. You need to start framing up your house, you know, to where you can have something, you know, that is solid, something that you could stand on. You know, you don't want to build a house on shaky ground. And that's the problem with a lot of new barbers, is that's what they do. You know, they're out here trying to just come out of the, you know, out of barber school and just straight to $35, $40 haircuts. And you know, you gotta crawl before you can walk. You know, you can't just, you know, come out the barber womb, so to speak, and just start running, you know. So, you know, I hope that, you know, this motivated somebody. You know, keep trucking along, keep pushing. Know that all your sacrifice that you have taken in this career field will pay off eventually, but you got to keep the grind. You got to keep the hustle up. And, you know, like I said, I hope this helps somebody out. I hope somebody is able to take this and keep pushing. Build your clientele list. Build that demand for your name. Build that demand for your quality of work, and you will eventually get to a point where you have more freedom with your schedule to do what you want. You'll be able to do less haircuts in a day and make more money. But it all starts at the very beginning, and how much you hustle and how much you grind and how much you promote yourself and get your name out there, how much sacrifice you're willing to make to get to that end product, which is, you know, the have freedom with your time and be able to make more money and raise your prices as a barber. But you got to create the demand first. You got to crawl before you can walk. So I hope, like I said, I hope this helps somebody out. But like I said, if you're not subscribed to my channel, click the link in my bio. Go check out my YouTube channel, my YouTube videos that I do have. We're about to hit 2K subscribers, and I'm gonna be doing a 245 Power Mat giveaway. Follow my profile on IG. I got more content. I always have content coming out, so just stay tuned. I appreciate everybody for, if you made it this far in this video, thank you for listening. And like I said, I hope this motivates somebody. Until next time, God bless.